Good evening, everybody.
Woo.
We
How
got
the hell are
Stan
you?
Montana with us. What's up, Big Wrench?
Big
Catching
Red.
fish with us. We got Creech,
Oh,
Antoine
Creech.
Head. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Yeah, catfish with
Hopefully more
us.
people. Hopefully more people join in as we sit around and do what we always do.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome. Catch fish with us out there. Good to see you, Chris.
Ranch behave.
Is that possible?
No, it ain't. Is it possible for any of us to behave?
Well, I'm 12.
I, I think we're all in about the same boat with that one.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes,
what's up,
indeed.
922?
Yep.
There you go. What's up? What's up?
Who's that?
922 said, "Hey, John, Stan." Uh huh.
that,
He already started.
that other guy apparently is the carp assassin over there.
Yeah, yeah.
He was killing it today, John. He got on during stand day today a
Hey,
25 and a
where's that?
27 pounder.
Put it up.
Yeah.
And then after the stream ended, he got another big carp. So awesome
Yeah.
job, Lance. You've been killing them. Well, no, he's been
Man.
releasing them. He's not killing them. He's been putting them back. I'm saying he's on fire. He's doing well. He's doing well.
Catfish with us said that he behaved once and he hated both minutes of it.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, look, it killed me a whole minute because I ain't used to being a have.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy. Look, look. Have y'all actually seen the size of that hook that Lance is using to catch them big old carp? I gotta show y'all this.
yeah. We'll
I,
put you
I
on.
asked him. I asked him. I said, "What are you trying to do, Lance?"
We'll put you on solo layout so they can actually see it.
Uh, yeah, that's gonna be the hard part.
They might be able to see it with you on solo layout.
Let's see. Try to get that where that light ain't so bad. Y'all got me doing this.
There it is.
I
There it
can't.
is.
Look how little that is.
That's it.
Oh, oh.
There you go. Yeah. We even went to the extremes of doing this.
Look at that. The carp slayer.
Awesome, man. Yeah. So far, 30 pounds.
You earned it.
What? I tell you that one today, that one today, that 27. When I first saw it,
I
I
thought it was
thought that
bigger
was
than that.
beating your PB. I thought it for sure.
Yeah, Nate. I got lucky today. I gave everybody about a 48-minute head start.
What's up,
Now,
Nate?
now he's bragging, Stan.
Yeah, you hear that? You hear that?
Yeah.
Rhonda, there's Rhonda Fisher for Whiskers. Thank you for coming in tonight.
How you doing, Rhonda?
Said, I
Thanks for
believe he
coming
did,
in.
Nate. 52.2 when I left at 11:30. Yeah, and if we would have stayed live about 10 more minutes, it would have been up to about almost 70 pounds.
Yeah, that one was probably about anywhere between 15 and 17
That was my
when I caught
guess.
right after the live, man. I got on the phone, called Audra. I said, "Oop, I gotta go." That one was all beat up, man. I'm thinking uh they're spawning right now. The two I caught today, it looks like they were those two big females. They look like they was done, but that male, he was beat up bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that little number 4 hook, that's what I've been getting them on.
Yeah, you are. You've been pushing them to the limit, that's for sure.
Yeah, Danny was like, "So you've been using the 4-aught hooks?" And Lance was like, "No, the 4, just a 4,
The
no
number
hook."
4.
Yeah.
It doesn't have an ought to it.
Yeah, that thing is doing its job. That's for
Yeah.
sure. But we're
But
gonna really put it to the test when I get lucky and hook into a 40 or bigger.
yeah, yeah. I was planning on doing some fishing yesterday, but you know how it is when you have a job and they say, "Oh, we need to get this done," and you end up working while everybody else is fishing.
Oh.
But it's
Northern
all good.
Northern View Outdoors. How's it going? Vanessa
How you
Kitty, good
doing,
to see
Northern
you.
View?
Mike Greenwell.
What's
How you
up,
doing,
Greenwell?
Greenwell? Vanessa, thanks for coming in. So yeah, I mean, last night I fished, like I said, from 9 to 2. Didn't get home till a little after 3.
I,
But
I tried to watch that, Lance, but my eyes didn't stay there that long.
oh man, last night there was fish all over the place. They were breaking top water big time, but just no luck.
Yep.
And today, even with the east wind, as they say, if the wind blowing from the east, fish bite the least. But
Yeah.
that wasn't the.
Yeah, Mike.
I don't believe all that.
I seen some of the posts that Mike made today. Greenwell fishing. He caught
Yeah.
some good fish today.
Yep.
Is how's the new reels working out for you?
Had a good day on the Ohio River.
What's up, James?
Oh boy.
So when are we gonna see you on the river again, Stan?
Hopefully this week. Hopefully this week. Maybe stand day. I think Dustin got his vote out today. So we were talking about going next week on stand day. It's been a while. I need to get back out there. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? When are you gonna go fishing?
As soon as you bring her.
You ready to go? We gonna catch a fish this big?
Yeah.
You want a drink?
Greenwell said he caught first 5 fish on the reels today. He says he loves them so far.
Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Absolutely.
How you doing, Lisa? Thanks for coming in.
That's awesome. So many people coming in from stand day today. That's great. I appreciate everybody coming in.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Ashley Brady, thanks for coming in.
What's up, Ashley?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been interesting. I've been abusing the new 10-foot ancient mariner content.
Yeah.
I've been putting some hurting on them. You know, doing things you shouldn't.
That's your middle name, isn't it? John, doing things you shouldn't. Cyclone.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Well, yeah, yesterday James put that 10-footer to a test. He got him a nice sized bull shark yesterday with the River Cat Tackle 12-aught.
What's up, still?
What's up, Still? Thanks for coming in.
Rhonda said, "Did you pray for Bobby 922 to catch a fish today?" There's Randy out
Hey,
there.
Randy. Knew he wasn't far behind.
You can't blame him. You can't blame him.
What's up, Spyron? Oh yeah,
Chat's flying tonight, Lance.
yeah it is.
Yeah, I had an important phone call, man. I had to take that. I had to take that phone call because it involves a brand new watermelon. You know how that works, huh?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing 922 on his boat this morning, bundled up like it was wintertime.
Yeah. Well, it was a little chilly in Ohio this morning. A little chilly in Ohio.
Yeah.
We lost all cool weather after Easter. It, it
Well,
just it just went.
well, wait a minute. What's cool? Cool weather for where you're at, John, is
Well, I mean, I'm happy it was 70. I mean, but
70,
that
80 down there.
that
That's cool
disappeared.
weather.
And the only reason right now we're at 81 right now, and it's been raining all day. That's crazy. That ain't
Um,
right.
Lisa Fraser one thing. Asking for Bobby to catch a fish seems like a miracle. Wow. Woo. Oh,
I'm a,
Bobby getting taste
he's
of his
a,
own medicine today.
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to help Bobby out with a plane ticket to help him out there.
there you go. There you go. That's right. You need to bring him down there.
Yeah, bring him down here, let him get on some fish.
Oh, speaking of that, I got to get your information to my man Tony. That was he's down there right on the lake. He's right off the lake.
What lake?
The lake, Pontchartrain.
Oh man, he's fishing in the wrong place.
You know,
He's fishing in the wrong place.
yeah. Well, he's I think he's somewhere towards the causeway.
Oh, he's in the wrong spot.
But I told him that I'd get your info to him, and he's going to be down there for a few more days,
Oh,
and
he's
you
in
can
the
at least
wrong spot.
point him in the right direction. And
He'd be better off just going right there to the plus and go down and go right there, almost just across the spillway, and hang a right, go right out to the levee, and they got a spot over there you can fish straight off the levee. Fish right in the river.
Wow.
and John, there's Catch Fish with us. That's Chris out there. They're up from Ohio. They fish all over there, Sandusky Bay and stuff. He says he's going to take Bobby with him up to Sandusky Bay. They caught like 42 fish a couple weeks ago. They've won a couple of the live fishing tournament leagues with Channel Cats and stuff. So he's going to take Bobby
Yeah.
up to Sandusky Bay with him, and that way he can laugh at least all day.
And
you
nothing
you get
wrong with that. Get him
you
on
def,
something.
you definitely like them. They're decent people.
Yeah, Sandusky Bay. I've heard nothing but good about that place.
Yeah.
Yep. Get it going on.
Yeah, we were. I was saying this today. Bobby was all bundled up like that and stuff. I said, "Well, he doesn't got a lot of insulation on him, so he needs that other. It gets down to below, 60 degrees." He said, he needs those rod leashes on his boat. Needs him to keep
No,
his little
no,
ass in the boat.
he don't need that. What we'll do is we'll make sure that rope is around his neck and tied to the rear seat. He ain't going nowhere. I'll nail his shoes to the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Girl said,
it's a crazy ordeal.
girl said fishing is red hot.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the new stuff that expanding the line and coming out with the new stuff, and a lot of cat fishermen are really coming along to Ancient Mariner out there. So big shout out to him. I think going to CatCon was a big deal for that. I think that
Yeah.
people getting to see and hear them and see the stuff, get the products in their hands. I really think that helps.
Yep. Well, we don't. If the good Lord spares us, we'll be there next year. Yep, we'll be there next year. Bigger and better next year.
Yeah, speaking of Ancient Mariner, I gotta bring Audra to the park right up the road. Get her to throw that bait caster. Her
Yeah,
Ancient Mariner. Cause she's in that D's Chad and D's
Oh,
women's tournament.
there you
yeah,
go. That's awesome.
Yep, sure did. Got to meet
Well,
Lisa and Randy at CatCon. That was cool.
if there's a bait caster that she can cast, it'll definitely be that.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
They friendly.
They're
Yep.
definitely friendly.
Oh,
James
really,
said it'll
Jane?
be going to be better next year because he'll be there.
Okay. All right.
Oh, he just don't know, does he?
And one of the great things about like the ladies tournament coming up and a lot of these live tournaments and everything, you get to see how much respect that we have for the fish. You get to see us, we try to, if it's a tournament where we're measuring the fish, whether it be length or weight, we try to do it the right way with the least damage and stress to the fish, and take the pictures, and we get them right back in the lake right away. I
Yeah.
know we've had Bobby 922 on stand day, and he was getting some fish for fish fry for his mother for Mother's Day. And he was doing it, keeping like the 3 pounders or so, 3 to 5 pounders,
Yeah.
and it's just great that that's the kind of stuff that I love doing. I love being part of that. I don't know. I guess you could say like education or just trying to promote,
Yeah.
promote things I think that help make it better. Uh,
Right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with keeping some fish to eat. Uh, just my opinion, but
Years ago when I first moved to Texas and got into catfishing,
Hey,
they
Lance.
what's that?
Lance, you see that message, Stan?
yeah, I see it. I see it. That's right. He's right too.
You know, you know what? You know why he's saying that, don't you?
No, I didn't
Yeah.
hear this story.
Because somebody brung us right up downtown.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Who bringing the grill?
Well, that can be arranged.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's also he'll customize a barbecue to feed everyone. There you go.
One way to do it. See what I'm saying? Look, Lance.
Yeah.
Pitch taken care of.
Yep.
I mean, well,
That's right.
James, all I can say is if you're pulling it behind your truck, don't let me haul it.
You might have a pit after that.
catch fish with us. Says he's always missed Catcom. Well, hope you get to come this year.
Yeah. And trust me, what y'all meeting on this live, you gonna meet the same person over there. I don't change for nobody.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do. I'm a totally different. I don't have a beard in real life. This is all just makeup. I put it on, and I don't even need to wear glasses in real life. I just it's just a fake thing.
No,
I'm
I
actually
I gotta have the damn things to see.
I'm actually only
Oh,
29. This is all just
no,
makeup
now
to look old.
you get 10 or 15 feet from me, I'm good.
I am gonna say when I first met John, when he pulled up, he was taller than I expected. He's still short, but he was taller than I expected.
Well, you did.
Lance, I'm sure you had a lot of people tell you that you were taller than they thought.
Actually, no, ain't nobody say nothing.
Really? Yeah, you were you
Yeah,
were you were a little taller than what I thought you'd be.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm 6 foot, but
I didn't
I'm
know.
short.
Well, I can't say that.
I'm
I'm
short
only
compared to
I'm
my
only about
brother.
5'5".
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm 5'5", a buck 50. That's it.
yeah, right.
Byron said he
Hey,
looks
but I
like the
do. Hey,
Spanish
Stan. No.
onion.
Hey, but Stan, we it might be somebody cooking in that catfish cook-off.
Oh, all right, all right. There we go.
Huh?
He said
Well,
five
I
by
just got
five.
informed. That all depends on how she feels.
There you Well, I hope so. That'll be pretty good. That'll be some pretty good competition there. Some real down home catfish.
Yes, indeed.
A fish
Yep.
dinner by the contestants for the catfish cook off before the Golden Whiskers.
You don't want to go there, James.
Well, last year, oh, how do I enter that cook off? Well, we'll have some information coming up about that. I lucky enough, I have a blast doing it. I get to host the cook off. So I got some people together for that. We're going to try to come up with some different things to get more people involved with it. And so it'll just be a thing. You sign up. You just got to, whether it be online or a form. And we're going to come up with something like that. And just says that if you poison everybody, CatCon is not responsible. And
Yeah. And if they swallow a bone or stick it through their tongue, it's not their fault.
that's right. That's right. Last year, what we did is there was only a couple contestants, so we had a lot of extra catfish. So we just, we're not allowed to serve it, but the contestants just happened to leave some on the, on their cooking stations, and if somebody happened to come by and try some, it just happened to happen.
Cold Creek. You said RCT 8 German alloy steel hooks are awesome. Man, we done our best on bringing the best product that we can to the table, and by doing that, we went with the best alloys you can use, and we redesigned the fishing hook. That's all. It, give everybody a choice, and not have to pick from the standard run of the mill that's on the market now. And
So,
I'm glad they're working good for you.
well, and the biggest thing with German allies, that it's more consistent. It's a tougher steel. It's not going to dull as quickly. But the biggest thing is that the percentages are the same from every batch. It's not like with some other countries, China, China, where it's 1%. One batch is a certain percentage. The next one, they get so much steel that it's hard to keep. everything consistent. In Germany, it's all from the same mines. It's all from the
Yeah.
same, so it's a consistent
Yeah.
product.
You see Big Range right there? He say, I prefer
Yeah,
my
he
Timu
prefer his
hooks.
Timu hook.
Well, he said he's preferring his Timu hooks, but every time he comes here and we get ready to go fishing, he's looking over there in that bucket to see exactly which ones I got.
Man, you gotta keep those things under lock and key.
I tell you what, Spiro said the Mercedes Benz of hooks. There you go.
Yep. Danny said Big Range been drinking again.
What's up, Danny? So you were
Yeah.
talking about big catfish earlier, Stan. When I first moved to Texas, his old man, this is what he told me. He goes, the way he did it, he fished to feed his family. He said he'd catch one big catfish compared to catching 25, 50 cat of the smaller ones.
Hmm.
He said you take one big one out, it's probably going to be past towards the end of its lifespan or whatever. He said he preferred taking one big one compared to 25 small.
You see that's like me. I take 3 fish a year, and the one I take is going to be around the 25 pound range. But it's me and the wife, so that's enough fish off of that one to hold me for almost 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy for me to just do it with one fish, 25 pound fish, 3 times a year, and I'm done. But
I hear
I
you.
have a big resource.
Well, and here's the thing. There you go. Spiro says, stick with sardines and eggs."
I'm telling you, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cook them.
I've seen the can of sardines he gets. It's like this big.
I'm gonna do the sardines with scrambled eggs and onion. Oh yeah.
Well, here's
Now
the
I just
thing.
got informed I have to do it outside, and then I have to go find a different skillet to do it in because I can't use hers.
That's right. You got to get another one.
I'll just use a hubcap. How's that?
Here's my opinion on it, and whatever. I mean, we can ask chat. Chat can have different opinions out there, and that's what's
Yep.
great. But there's so many different ways to look at it. You can look at the one big
Yeah.
fish. However, a bigger fish, especially say a 30, 40, and you could tell an older fish against a younger big fish. But there's so many thousands of eggs per pound. So
Yeah.
one big trophy fish is literally gonna hatch uh, thousands and thousands of eggs more, a fry more than smaller fish. So one big fish will have the same amount of fry as 20, 30, or 40 smaller catfish just because of the size and their better genetics. It's the eggs. If you take a big
Yeah.
fish,
Mm-hmm.
that egg sac is bigger. There's more eggs in it, and the eggs are bigger. The eggs are healthier. The embryo has more protein and et cetera. There's a higher survival rate from fry from big fish as opposed to fry. But on the same token, like you said, the smaller fish, one of them may
I
be
think a
from the
monster.
genetics of that monster fish.
Yep.
So, how many years down the line is taken away from keeping,
That's right.
30,
Yeah.
40,
Yeah.
50? So it's one of
It's
those
it,
things.
it's one of those deals, Stan. It's a win-win or win-lose situation, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
You
Well,
don't know. You don't know if that 2 or 3 pounder is that one that has that gene where he's gonna be that monster.
and
You know.
in my opinion, here's the big thing: doing it, uh, if you're doing it conservatively and you're doing it to feed your family, that fish isn't getting wasted. That's and it's legal.
Let me tell you, Stan, it ain't getting wasted with me.
Absolutely, brother. I hear you. And I
Man,
think
look,
That,
it ain't
that's
nothing
the
like
thing.
a,
The
a,
people
a
that
plate of
waste.
fried fish, a half an onion, and some biscuits. You got to have that raw onion with you.
Right, Antoine, exactly.
that's right. And it's not just catfish. Bureau says same as saltwater. That's right. And it's you know,
It's tough.
Yeah.
we all. When I say we all, it's everybody that fishes from the guy
Yeah,
that's just going out a couple times a year to the ones that do on a consistent basis to the commercial fishermen. Uh, I understand the commercial fishermen, they're trying to make a buck and feed their family, but at the same time, they got to work. We all have to work together to
yeah,
ensure that down the line is there also. And I
yeah.
think if we
What's up,
do
Doc?
that,
You
I think if
see,
we
we
do that,
we
it'll be better
still
for everybody.
we still have. I still have two of them that fish commercially in the stretch I fish in. There's two guys. I've been knowing them all my life.
Yeah,
Okay, but they're the type that select fish.
right, right.
They only keep the 5 to 7 pound fish. That's it.
You
Nothing
know,
bigger.
and I think that with with all the
Say it.
Yahoo that's going on around right now, you see all the stuff on Facebook and everything that's out right now. I think what people don't understand. I think is that there's two different types of the pay lake situations. There's the
Yeah,
Yeah.
farm raised ones where you're going to catch fish to bring home with you, and they usually charge
yeah,
a certain
Yeah.
amount per pound, and it's farm raised, and it's a great fun. You go out there and doing it. The situations where fish get wasted is the trophy pay lakes where they're taking
yeah.
the monsters out,
Hmm.
and it's not feeding a family. It's
Right.
going, they're getting stuffed in that pond where they can't possibly live because there's not a big enough food source for them to live there. They
That's the
can't
first
breed
choice.
there. They can't. It's just, and they just get caught over and over again.
And the water, it doesn't get circulated. It's not changed, and the balance with it is not right in the water for the fish either. You know,
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've
and
got. We actually had a trout pond up by our house when I lived in upstate New York, and it was you know, upstate New York is one of the best. There was Roscoe, New York, where it was the dry fly capital of the world, and you got the little caddis caddis dry flies and the Royal Coach. There were some flies that were designed from there. So, but anyways, it was a tough fish to go out and catch. So they had a trout farm, but it was a trout hatchery. They raised their own trout, and
yeah,
then they let people come in. They charged a certain amount per pound. You went in there and had fun. And
Hmm.
ugly
yeah.
women in upstate New York. What? I'm not a woman. I'll go with the ugly part, but the woman.
He knows because that's where he's at in New York.
What's up, Guerrero? Thanks for coming in,
Uh,
brother.
but my
Yeah,
wife's from Queens. My wife's from Queens. She's from down in the city.
yeah. But I mean,
That's right. You don't keep them, and they put them back and get caught again and again and again
yeah.
until within a few months they're dead, and then they're putting thousands or more pounds of trophy catfish from public waters. And I think that's the big issue.
I mean, you know, being from a state that's big on the wildlife, and that's us, this
Hmm.
state here.
The conservation of the.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you
Well,
got size limits on bass over here. Okay,
Hmm.
you have size limits on bass, but in this state, you better make sure which area that you're fishing in because the size changes from area to area. just say, for instance, a 10-inch bass right here by me is legal. But if I go to North Louisiana, a 12-inch bass is not legal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But down here, this state makes a lot of money off of
What's up,
tourism,
Mike Chavez?
and
What's
it's
up,
made
Mike?
with the fish.
John, and I think that's a big key right there that, in a lot of states, I think most states, it's more about the revenue. It's more about the tax revenue.
That's a lot of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard. It just say, for instance, I'm gonna
Wow.
use this as a good example. All right, right now in our state, y'all know they trying to make weed legal everywhere. Okay, right now in our state, it's not legal.
Mm.
Okay, it's not. It's not legal here. They'll lock you up in a minute over a bag of weed because the state's gonna make money off of it. But okay, so it's not legal, so they watch it real hard. All right, they pay real close attention to it because they're not making money off of it, and they're mad when you are.
Yeah.
And what makes it hard with the trophy lakes, like we was talking, what makes it hard is it's the fisherman. It's illegal for him to catch them.
Yep.
He bought a license to catch, which he bought a commercial license. Okay, that commercial license allows him to catch and sell. All right, that makes him legal, and it's
And
legal for the lake to buy it from him. And when the lake buys it from him, guess what? The state's making more money.
right. Well,
You have to start at the state capital with it.
and look what you're saying, John. The first of all, the commercial fishermen bought the license. So guess what? There's revenue right there for the state.
Right there.
Yep.
Now the commercial fisherman sells that to the pond owners, and so bam, there's a sale. So there's more tax revenue right
There's
there.
more tax.
Now,
It just keeps trickling.
right now, the
Down
pond owner has the fish, and they charge people. So guess what? Bam, there's more tax revenue.
There's more tax revenue.
So that's three. That fish, that 150-pound fish, has now been taxed 3 times in that pay pond. Now, if they do the pools and it gets to be a big enough pool, technically, they should get a whatever, what do you call it, form where they won however much money because they all do the pool, so it's about money there again. So bam, there's an income tax on it now.
There's number 4.
Yeah. So
I mean, I mean, we've seen it down here before.
It's a money system. That's right.
It's a money system. If you start at your local government, which is your state capital,
right?
If you start hitting it hard, I mean, get you a group of people together. Get you a good group of people together within your state. Which, this is the crazy part. I don't know about there. I know you have to do it here. They might have to buy a permit to rally.
Yeah.
Okay. That's another go at it. But anyway, you buy a permit, you hold your rally, which draws attention to the local media. Their local media within the state, because you're holding that rally. Now, once you get that started, that's going to put the media on alert with it. They're going to be watching. They're going to be digging, which in turn is going to kind of help you out a bit with the fight that you're trying to fight, because now everybody's getting to see what you're fighting for.
Yep.
Right.
And it's kind of like this. Use your local news media to help you fight.
Yeah.
And I think that things are changing a little bit because you've got states like Ohio now is stocking blue cats in some of the lakes. I was talking with Catch Fish with Us, Chris out there. Hey, how's it going? We got fishing and cooking with Mike Chavez out there. Great to see you. Guerrero came in. What's up, Guerrero? And I'm sure we missed a couple people, but
yeah.
So here in Virginia, there's such a big to do about Now the state Virginia, the DNRs who introduced blue cats here in the 70s. So you're talking 70, 80. So what's that? 60 years ago when they were
Yeah.
first introduced here, and they still call them invasive. Well, to me, an invasive fish is something that wasn't put there. It's not a natural fish. So, like to me, blue cats, they were put here, so they're just non-natives. It's not an
Yeah.
invasive fish. They
Yeah.
didn't,
Right.
walk across land and make it here on their own. It wasn't like somebody dumping barrels of blue cats in the river. They
It's like
were
this.
they were
The,
introduced, so it's a
yeah.
non-native fish, in my opinion. But
The
anyways,
reason the reason it was introduced is because the local government saw profit from it.
Yep.
well, and
Exactly.
now they're starting to realize that again. They're doing a big study right now here in Virginia. They've actually hired people for the DNR this year, college kids and stuff, to come out to the boat ramps, and they're questioning you when you come back in from fishing. How far away from the ramp do you live? How much did you spend in gas to get there? First, they're asking what you were fishing for, and if you say catfish, they're trying to do a study on how much revenue is generated by people coming out and fishing for blue cats. So they're trying to do that here. I'm in Virginia. I'm just out of Richmond, Virginia. Firo.
But it's from Louisiana.
But originally born down there, sir. I was
Yeah, you
raised.
see,
That's the way I was raised.
like up here, Lake Michigan, they got all kinds of different. They got king salmon, pink salmon. They got all the different salmon and trout. None of those fish are native to the Great Lake, to Lake Michigan. And when they brought those in, that's when people actually complained when they first brought those in. I've talked to old timers when I'm out fishing, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they brought those in. They ruined the lake because the salmon eat all this and eat these fish." And one of the only native fish, two of them actually, I believe, the lake trout and the burbot, they are native to Lake Michigan.
Yeah. We were talking today on stand day, the Benoit fishing, from Ohio. Again, we get a lot of love, the Ohio people, but
But
they
they caught some good eating today.
yeah,
Hmm.
the Cupic or the
That's right.
bowfin
Shoot big.
or grinnell. There's so many different names for
Well,
them, but those are native fish pretty much across the country.
yeah.
They're one of the first native fish out there. So, but yeah, they're such a solid fish, man. I love catching them. I think they're a lot of fun. They're a
Oh,
pain in the butt, with the teeth and stuff. But
boy, but you catch them on light tackle.
oh, what a
Oh man,
blast! That's right. Catfishing tourism is a growing business in the eastern part of the country. It certainly is. Uh, shoe
they
bag.
say
That's right. That's right.
he's good eating
That
though.
another fish, gar. Gar is a great eating fish.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
good eating, good eating.
But a lot of these fish, and it's funny because catfish are classified in there with them. A lot of them are just considered garbage fish. They're considered, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bottom fish, and nothing could be farther from the truth. Uh, these fish, blue cats especially, are very nomadic. They're predators. They're up and down. They're always traveling, and they are probably in most bodies of water. They're one of the top predators. Same things with gar and
Yeah.
Hmm.
both. All these ones that are considered. All these ones that are considered garbage, and I think that's one of the things with catfish is they're not really considered a trophy fish or
Yeah.
like a game fish. There's the word I'm looking for, like bass, trout. They're all considered game fish, so they have size regulations. Here in the James River, they got that where you're allowed to keep one fish over 32 inches, I think it is. Mike probably remembers more, but we don't really keep. As soon as we catch a big fish, we put it back. But I think it's over 32 inches. And what I like what they do with I saw Spiro talking about bass, stripers, and things like that, where they do like a slot limit where you can only keep them in a certain size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike Chavez says they're difficult to fillet.
No, they ain't. You gotta know
uh,
how to love them.
yeah, and now that's funny. Mike brings that up now. Yeah, when snakeheads first were appearing, and they were an invasive species, they were just showing up. People were releasing them from like the Asian markets and stuff because they would sell them live there, and they would escape from there, and people turning them loose and things like that. So that's how they were kind of spreading. And now they're realizing that it's a top fighting fish. There's a 75 tournaments are paying $7,500 top prize for snakeheads now
Yeah.
in Maryland. And
Wow.
just
Yeah.
5-10 years ago, they were having warnings like zombie fish. Keep your kids away from the water. The snakeheads are going to eat your kids.
I, I,
Wow.
And
I'd have to.
and now they're
I bet you that snakehead has the same texture meat as the shoe pig,
oh,
the bullfin.
I have not had a snakeheads, but I would imagine just on how close they are. They say it's absolutely delicious. One of the best eaten fish there is.
Yeah, I'd be willing to check him out. And
Uh,
if he's as good as a shoe pig, I know there's a bunch of people that'll go get him.
they sell them for a lot of money in the markets. A lot of money. Fishing for Whiskers says her son Itty Bitty has eaten it and says it's better than rockfish, better than striper.
Huh? You see, they'd have trouble down here with the gar.
But yeah, but
Yeah,
Gar is Gar. I like Gar.
the
That's some
gar and the
good meat right
gator.
there.
That's like over here in the river. We had that first time
what's up, Bob?
uh
Good job.
when the Asian carp population blowed up. We
Mhm.
had them pretty heavy, but then we had a 2 year stretch with high water, but we still had them pretty heavy. But we had a spot over here on the river where they congregated the most at, and we just had the luck of having 15 to 20 gator that like to live around there, and they actually put a hurting on us.
I bet they did.
Yeah, between them and the gator gar,
Yeah.
you know, they had 4 and 5 foot gator gar that hung around that same spot all the time.
I've actually had common carp once. I've tasted common carp. It was actually pretty good.
Depends on how you cook them.
Yep. You just gotta know how to cook them. The bone, they don't got the big, as many bones as people say they do. Man, that stuff was
Yeah,
flaky. That's
and
some.
and
It
there's
was
a few
actually good.
there's a few restaurants that's figured out how to pull them bones out of them Asian carp too.
yeah,
Hmm.
they just don't call them. I saw a thing about that. Lance wore off on me with all the research and stuff. I can't remember but they sell it as a cooked fish, but they don't call it carp because they found that here in America we have such a bad association with carp. Nobody would
Yeah.
buy it, but they called it some other name. I'm sure somebody out in chat will know what it is. They called it some other name, and it was so delicious. People were buying. It was like one of their top sellers.
I'm glad Randy put that in there. I was wrong with it, Stan. It's 34 inches, not
34.
36.
And it could change, just like you were saying before. That's
It
another
may
thing.
have, you know, like I said, that was 30 years ago when I remember the regs in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, like we were talking about. The regulations are so different,
In
even
state.
even on the same body of water. From this
Yeah,
section, it's this. From this, it's very
yeah.
difficult. and if you look at the regulations book, it's from longitude point this with a direct line across to this. The average person has no clue what they're talking about in the regulation books, and
No,
it makes it very difficult.
that's like in this state right here. I mean, each area in this state has so many different regulations on size limits. You know,
Yeah, and you gotta make sure you know what
Huh.
part of the state you in and
that's
what the
right.
size limit
Right.
is. Spyron
Here's
says they make omega-3 oil meds with carp. I
oh
know
the
in
yeah, the omega-3 medications and stuff. Yeah, yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
I know in Connecticut, like I said earlier on stand day, they got like Connecticut River. That is considered trophy carp water. You can only keep carp up to a certain size, and you can only keep one carp over a certain size. They got it for the bow hunting or for the bow fishing and for rod and reel and all that.
All I know is I tried it for bait one time and it didn't do me no good, so I never fooled with him again.
Yeah, it
That's
don't work
just
up here for me.
that's the same way with the Asian carp, with the cut Asian carp. Never even
Hmm.
got a bite off of it. But if I could get the ones that's about 6 to 7 inches long, no need in cutting them. Put them on hold, put it out there, and he's ate by the time he hits the bottom.
Hmm.
But they're so hard to catch because it doesn't take them but 6 weeks to become 4 inches, 5 inches. So the
Hmm.
time to get them, because you don't ever know when they're going to spawn.
Well, and John, I think that's another thing that people have a lot of misconception about catfish is how long it takes them to grow. They do get big, but it takes a catfish,
Bob.
takes a blue cat like 7 years before they can can't take a dump anymore without a regulation and size limit
He
and tax
he's
system.
right. I
Yeah,
mean, he's right. It's getting to that point.
exactly,
I
Randy.
mean,
That's exactly right. You just gotta know how to prepare the fish.
Yeah. but but blue cats take them 7 years before they even reach breeding size. They don't even start spawning for 7 years. So
Yeah.
uh, you know it takes them a while. Once they get going and they get bigger, then they grow pretty good after that. But 7 year old fish is only like maybe 10 pounds, and that's about when they start spawning. You have
yep.
to know how to clean gar and carp to get. Yeah, and
Yep.
definitely with the gar, you got to eat them right away. You can't let that stuff sit. That's for sure. But yeah, I think the big thing.
Man, you
I
take
think
that and you add some green onions, a pepper,
that's right.
potato, and you grind that up, and oh,
He gonna be he gonna go gar fishing next time he go out.
Yeah. The last time I had gar, I cut I cut like the back straps
What's
off of
up,
it and
Pete?
cut that up
hey
into
man,
chunks and
see
steamed
y'all,
it.
see, I go to the extreme. I ain't just gonna take that hump, that strip. I'm getting it all. I'm getting it all.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
look. Once you get your little strip off his back, the best way to get the rest of the meat without getting the bones, all you need is the spoon.
oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
Man, look, and you're
Bar
done.
patties, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And catfish with us brings up another great point. The regulations there in Ohio are not enforced. I watched limb lines destroy a tributary to the Ohio River. Yeah, what the problem is that again, they don't see they'll go out there in force to enforce striper regulations, bass, trap things,
Yeah.
but a lot they don't there's not a care for catfish, so they don't even know they don't care.
But that's
'Cause
where that's where it, that's where the people need to come
People
together.
need to come
right,
together.
right.
They need to help
Everybody
their
needs to
local
come
government.
together, make a stand with it, and make a
Yeah.
ruckus at the state capitol. Therefore, your local media gets involved.
Right, and I agree. I think
And
that
do it the right way.
Yeah,
there you go.
Just do it the right
Us,
way. Don't go acting a fool and
and
cause
like
making
us
a ruckus.
as
The-
fishermen, especially loving catfish, to people are going to go to pay ponds because it's legal, and that may be how they were raised. They may know no other way of fishing. Like that may be
yeah,
my grandfather came here. My father brought me here. Us
yeah.
berating them and starting fights and calling them names and stuff like that. It's not going to change their mind. It's just going to force them to do it more.
Yep.
If we try to take the better, try to olive branches and whatnot, and maybe get more people involved with it. Uh, I think that's the way. That's the only way we can be. We're the catfish ambassadors, and we're the ones trying to do things the right way. You're never going to win an argument when you're coming off as a jackass. If you're willing to
Yeah.
listen to both sides,
you
then the
have
other
to.
person may listen to you back. So
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to sit down and discuss the situation and listen to each side of the situation.
Yeah.
You know,
You gotta see where that person that
yeah,
was raised fishing the pay lake trophy pay lakes.
it. You
You
know,
gotta see where
I,
they
I
came where
understand the
they coming
guys. I
from.
understand the guys that's fishing pay lakes. That
Yeah.
I mean, I I don't agree with it, but like you saying, Lance, they was raised doing
Yep.
that. It's that's all they know.
Yeah.
They haven't been introduced to anything else. I mean, it comes back to your local government.
Yep.
yeah,
Because
well,
as
Everything
of right now, they're not doing nothing illegal. It's
that,
all
that
legal.
just like Stan said a while ago, the taxes start at the one that catches him the first time,
Yep.
and then
Exactly.
they keep collecting money all the way to the end.
Yep.
Spiro says he's not sure why people fish pay lakes. Well, people like you that have been raised around not only, especially saltwater fishing. You can go out there anywhere, and you've know how to go out just about anywhere and catch some big fish. Uh,
Yeah.
my son, I've been on the water since I can remember. I grew up fishing before I remember, so I know how to
Hmm.
think of fish and where to find fish in waters. John, you look at what Lance has been doing. He went out and studied carp, and man, he's been killing
Yeah,
people that haven't been around that. Uh, People that haven't been around it, they have no clue. So they see hundreds of miles of river. Well, where do I go? They think you got to have the big boats and do this and that, and then
Yeah.
so they can't go out. It's easier for them to go to a 1 acre pond that they know there's 7 60-pounders in it,
yeah.
and they're going to get
Hmm.
one eventually, than trying to go out. That's right. It's cheat and go find the damn fish and catch fish with us. There's the other big thing. If they were to just stop that, it's about
Yeah.
gambling at the pay lakes.
Gambling.
That's where there's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. If they were to just enforce a law about that, no gambling. I mean, it's one of the only natural resources. You can't go out. You can't go out and cut down trees. Just go out to the forest on state-owned forest land, cut down trees, and go out and sell them. So the average person goes to the pay lake. They put 20 extra bucks in a pot, and they might walk away with a few $1,000s because they caught the big fish in whatever time period.
What's up, David Smith?
So they're not going to get that same thing on the bodies of water, right? Going out to like Ohio River or wherever and catching a big fish. It's
You know,
just for catching the big fish. So
yeah. I
Yeah,
explained that.
David. He did lose that fight. Clippers won.
Oh man, my don't y'all don't disown me now. I got disowned once before, but for cutting my hair and trimming my beard, they said I become a changed person. Like hell, I have.
What's up,
But
crop today?
yeah, there's great points out there. Rhonda
changed
say
Yeah.
there's
man.
also
Yeah, screw me up. I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. All right.
You never know what David Smith's gonna say.
Me and him get along real good, wouldn't we? Because you never know what's coming out.
That's right, Spiro. I gave you. It's
Oh boy.
He said it's stupid to me. It's like putting a hungry fish in a swimming pool and catching it. Yeah.
And they do. Well, I don't know for a fact,
I
but
love
I've
you too,
heard
Parker.
they put chemicals in there to make the fish hungry.
But the thing about it is, is the water. They have no way of keeping. I seen what Parker put in there. You know, I see. You see, they have
What's
no
up,
way.
Parker?
They have no way to for that water to keep moving and change.
Aeration. Yeah.
And believe it or not, with that fish taking a dump, taking a leak, that many in there,
All that
dude, it ain't
ammonia.
gonna take it long, and it's gonna get a lot of ammonia in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, see, what I don't get, like in the UK, the carp fishing, they got all these ponds that you pay, the venues and all this, whatever they call them. They're pay lakes, but they take care. They actually take care of the fish to where nobody is against it there. But
But
then
the thing
again,
is,
that's how they were all raised.
and you got to look, you know, to me, the carp is a giant ass goldfish.
Yeah,
He'll live
like that.
anywhere, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He'll live anywhere,
Yeah.
because I mean, basically, he's a sucker fish, okay, and I mean, it doesn't take much to feed him. He
Mm-hmm.
can feed off of plankton. He can sift through mud. He can do all kinds of
Yep.
things. Okay, but the old blue in the flat ain't like that.
Right.
Nope.
They gotta eat. They gotta eat.
They got to eat, and they got to eat a lot.
Yeah, and I don't know how much it is per pound of body weight, but it's a pretty good amount to keep
Yeah.
that size up.
Yeah,
And
and
and then you got breeding. Well, they don't live long enough for breeding in the pay ponds, but we were talking. I was talking with Chris, Catch Fish with Us, and blues especially. Same thing with flatheads. They've got certain breeding areas, and with blues, you got to have a certain amount of moving water.
yeah,
There's got to be a certain amount of oxygen, et cetera, et
Yeah.
cetera. And there's just
Exactly,
not.
Parker.
It's just not available in the
Exactly,
little
catching
ponds.
fish.
Hundreds of miles. That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's right. That's right.
But I
But
mean, we
anyways,
each, each state could help with the situation, but it has to start
With that.
at the problem first.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Got
know,
to start at ground zero.
Well, sea sprout, you're not allowed to keep the fish from the. And we're not talking about. There's the farm.
and you
It's
read that good.
it's the trophy pay lakes. It's the trophy pay lakes. The farm
Yeah.
raised ones. They sell those are they usually call it, what do they call it? Pay and take, I think, is what they call those. Where it's the
Yeah.
farm raised fish, you pay a certain amount. If you catch 40 pounds of fish, you pay $1 or $2 a pound, and you take the channel cats home. And it's usually channel cats that they stock in those.
Yeah. Like up
Breed
here,
is the problem. That's right.
we
So
got trout
they
farms.
have, for those farm raised ponds, they usually have better water conditions, et
Mm-hmm.
cetera, all the stuff we were talking about. The
So
trophy
Dustin,
pay lakes, it's number one, it's usually not deep enough. What are they? A few foot deep, usually across the whole thing. They're man-made tanks that they just scoop out, and like I said, that just can't keep up with that amount of weight of
Yeah.
fish. There's no natural food source enough for them in there.
No.
There's no way they can keep the water clean
mm-hmm.
enough for them to live there. They would need huge filtration systems, and you're not allowed. That's why you see the pictures of the fish laying on the ground with the tail up. You're not allowed to hold them up for the pictures because they're trying to keep them alive as long as possible. So that's why if you ever
Yeah.
see a picture with the fish on the ground and they've got the tail up in the air, that's a pay lake picture.
Yeah. Antoine, I sent you a message the other day saying that I have the 10-footers.
Hey, what's up, Dustin? There's Team Snag and Whiskers, Dustin. That's how I first
Yep.
started using Ancient Mariner, fishing with when Dustin and I were out fishing.
Yep. But yes, Antoine, we have them.
Treating or juice in the lake. Yep. Yeah, and they've even announced that on the thing. They'll be juiced up. You'll hear it. We got the tournament coming up on
Yeah.
Saturday. Don't worry, we got a fresh 5,000 pounds coming in, and we'll have them juiced up for Saturday.
Yeah.
You see it in videos.
But like
Yeah.
we said, you got to start
Right.
with the local government. You got to get a group of people together, a good sized group of people, and do it all legally.
And
And
it,
and 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 then what you do is once you get it started, then you can start rallying your other states to get groups of people together to meet
Mm-hmm.
at their capital and help them out with this
Back
process,
them up. Yep.
yeah.
to stand behind them with it. Oh, now you done changed your
But
damn name, huh?
I think that was a good discussion. I
Huh.
think if
The
groups do more,
Hawaiian
just
Slayer.
you
Where?
know what? I think if you do more people have discussions like this about
Yeah.
that. We're
It,
not
and
bashing anybody. You got
Nope.
to have
no,
discussions
it's
about it.
but you need to. The thing is sit down and discuss the. We know it's a problem for the trophy cats.
Yep. Yep.
We know it is, but yet we have to. You have to
Exactly,
start at the
Parker.
local government. You
My,
know.
That's
But
exactly right.
that's right, Parker. You have to start where the problem lies. Don't get me wrong, pay lakes ain't right. But that ain't where the problem is. The problem is the local government because they allowing
Yeah.
it to happen. You know that's what they do.
uh, I
Mm-hmm.
I loved what where'd it go? Chat is moving so quick it went right past me.
What are you looking for?
Spiro said
I'm not digging for nothing because every time I try to find somebody fish, I lose something.
it was right there. It was about love of fishing. Where the heck? Oh
That?
well,
There it is.
it's gone. There it is.
Lance got it.
That's right. I fish because I love it. It's my drug of choice. When you do it for the money, you're not a fisherman unless you do it for a living. There you go. Absolutely.
Exactly.
And
Hmm.
that's me too. I love fishing. I could go out and catch 50 bluegill in a day and I'll be thrilled. I go out and catch a 50, 60 pound catfish. I could go catch a bunch of catfish, smaller ones, and have a good time.
What's up, cats?
But hell,
I,
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I could, to hell with a job.
that's right. That's right.
I'd be fishing every day. I mean, it's that simple, you know.
There you go, Randy. Randy said he'll see who the contact in Tennessee is. My cousin works for the Tennessee, the
There you go.
TWRA. Yeah, and that's like I said, here in Virginia, they're actually doing surveys and studies to find out how much people are spending on
Yeah.
catfishing. So I think again, it's about the money,
Yeah.
but
What's up,
money's going to
Rebel
talk with
River?
them, and if they see that they're making more money, they're going to try to protect that resource instead of trying to annihilate it.
There you go. It's
But
about
anyways,
it's about the money.
Yeah. That's all. That's what
It's
it
how
boils
much the
down
state's
to.
gonna make. You're gonna
Yeah.
keep fooling around, and she's gonna hurt you, Stan.
ah,
He think get his ass hurt. You right, Parker. That
hmm
one, that one big one.
Yeah.
that one big thump makes that heart pump. Don't even go nowhere with that. Don't you even take that wrong, Parker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Cocaine
See, Stan getting it. She's taking him out.
cat.
He gonna come back, his hair hat all crooked, and his eyeglasses falling off, and yes, indeed.
That's not true, John. I'll have it straightened up before I.
No, you didn't. See? Yep.
Danny Stone says, I'm greedy. I want numbers and the big one.
Well,
Yes,
anybody
indeed.
got any announcements want to share? Or?
What now?
If you guys are
Any
looking for
anybody
that
with kids
thing,
out there, Muskrat Adventures got the kids tournament
yeah.
next Saturday. It's all about getting the kids involved. Muskrat
Yeah.
Adventures channel and Creole Catfishing. All you got to do is contact one of them to
Hmm.
get the kid involved. I believe
Yeah.
everybody gets a prize, and they're going to have a blast.
One of
Yep.
our members told his pop entered him into the tournament, and then his son says, "Hey, we need to call a
Exactly,
friend." So
Parker.
guess what? I got volunteered.
There you go. Cool.
So we'll
Yeah, and don't
probably
do what, for those that were watching Stand Day today, do not do what Danny said.
no,
Danny
no,
said,
we ain't snatching nobody's kid off the corner.
you heard that, right? Oh my gosh. Danny said, we need
Exactly.
kids in it. Just go snatch one off the corner.
Yeah, Danny said just pass by and grab him off the street corner. No, Danny, we ain't going to jail. It's called kidnapping, unless your neighbor just didn't want him anyway.
Yeah.
And if they didn't say a word when you did pick them up, you're gonna regret it after you have them for about an hour.
James said his son loves you and Miss Stephanie, John.
You can't be talking about me because I ain't said that.
Danny said, y'all got no sense of adventure. Chris Catchfish with us
Oh.
said he about fell out of the boat today when Danny said that. Yeah, you never know. You never know what Danny is going to do, say, try to do.
No,
Yeah,
you don't
there
know what's
ain't no
coming.
telling. And I believe, what is it? Tuesday night is when
Hey, hey, Cocaine Cat says if I do that, I'm claiming on taxes. Hey, buddy. Byron says don't ask for a discount, he charge you double. Hey, buddy. But yeah, this has been a good discussion, and we had fun doing this. And
Yeah,
there's civil ways of talking about things, and without just bashing.
That's
yeah,
right.
You have to look at it from both sides of the fence.
exactly.
Like we were talking before, I was raised like running trot lines and limb lines. Like that's how my family, being from down there, John, that's how they fed themselves was.
Yeah. Parker, kiss my ass. Well,
Absolutely, Cheryl.
look. You see how they treat me, Stan?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it, John.
God.
Oh,
Man.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. That's right. David Smith says, "I have an announcement. If you were looking at the crimson red line of hooks while trying to learn how to tie them, make sure you do not have to sneeze. They will go deep into a finger."
oh yeah.
That's why
What they do.
That's why the PAX has flushing sharp on them.
Woo. And I still, Every once in a while, I still stick my finger in the dang pack.
I
Hey, and I,
don't do
you
that.
know, Spiro said tomorrow I'll be 50. I'm still learning, dude. And
Yeah.
the people that know the most are the ones that think that way right there. I learn something about fishing every time I go out. Every time I talk with people, the more you are willing to
Look,
accept that, the more you're going to learn. That's absolutely great.
look, when you realize that there's going to be something new every day, there's always something different that you're going to learn.
Hmm.
Catch Fish with us said, so you start our conversation with Pay Lakers. Now I know your mama didn't teach you any better, but bless your heart.
You know,
Oh my goodness.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I say we can go ahead and end this. Thanks for coming in, everybody.
Yeah, but it's Byron starting to act like here.
Check out Muskrat and Creo Tuesday night, 7 o'clock.
And old two stands on Friday and Sunday.
Yep,
Thank you.
Tuesday
Thank
and
you.
You know, it
I thought it was a great show tonight. A lot of fun.
had a lot of fun doing it. See, you can hold a serious discussion and keep
yeah.
everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Say goodnight tomorrow for us, Mike.
Yep.
Hey, Stephanie.
D said, "Hey."
So we'll see everybody next Sunday. Everybody
Yeah,
have a good week.
ain't no telling what'll be on next
What's up,
Sunday's show
Stampy?
either.
Exactly. What's up, Mike Sampson?
There you go. There you go.